What's going on, traders? Welcome to my stream. Today is Wednesday. We have holy crap. We have a good day so far. Lots of activity here today. Today's Wednesday, and I have a huge profit day for you guys. Today was no today was no different. It took me a while to get into the flow of things. I think yesterday I took like two or three losses and my brain was having I was short circuiting. Like for example, I think I worked out Monday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I worked out 3 days in a row, and then what happened on Tuesday and Monday, I came in and I had, my brain short circuited, so I needed some time to get my shit together. To tell you the truth, like I don't perform well if I work out 3 days in a row or I work out 4 days in a row. And finally today, I rested yesterday and I came back to the markets and had a huge profit day. Um, it doesn't really happen like this. Usually, most of the time, it gets really shitty. But I'm gonna go over today's trades because they were pretty good. They were pretty good. So we're gonna start out with my like all my alerts are alerted via private Discord, and all my thought process is uploaded after I make the video afterwards. So today, and I'm just gonna go over like what has happened today. Today is Wednesday, and we've been in a market in which last week the low floats were running, and today only news and textbook breakouts are running. So today was relatively easy if you avoided the pre-market pops and drops. So I'm gonna talk to you about that. So you can see like my huge P&L over here. Um, KADL actually is the one that I'm still short on it, to tell you the truth. It's like the reason, this is CADL. This is one of the best stocks that's tradable right now. And To tell you the truth, I traded this ticker long, and I traded this ticker short, and I traded this ticker short again. So I made three trades. The thing about trading is that sadly, to in order to get the direction of things and the flow of things, you have to distract yourself, watch a podcast, or first you gotta get a feeler in the stock, and then you have to get pretty much a size into the stock, and then you have to distract yourself. Obviously, for some of you, this is a huge profit, but for me has been really decent trade. So my first trade on it, you can see that I have here in my private Discord right here. Like the first time I talked about it was around 7 o'clock a.m. 7 o'clock a.m. You could see that 7 o'clock a.m. was right around in the morning over here. So I was talking about it in the morning, right about here somewhere at around 7 a.m. So I was talking about it right here. So as soon as I see it on my scanner, I post it in my private Discord. Link is in the description below. How to get in my private Discord. So KDL announced primary endpoints phase 3 prostate cancer. So this is decent news. This is not like I can show you like another five, six, seven stocks that popped up on algo spikes today. And what I'm doing is I'm actually re-editing my pre-market scanner because we're getting too many pops and drops, and I'm not. It's just giving me a headache. So I remodified my pre-market scanner to get better things. Anyway, so CADL over here, right about here, as you can see, we have. So this is kind of like my thought process. CADL at 14. So you can see, so based on the daily, we break $8, we hit 10, and right here we have actually potential to buy it right about here. This would have been your long, and then goes to the daily resistance point at 1427. So initially I thought this move was already overdone because we go from 5 and we hit, I don't know, we hit 17, we hit 5, and we hit 15 in a very short period of time. I'm sure a lot of people made money on the upside, but not only did I make money on the upside, I also made money on the downside. So I traded not only on the upside, but I traded also on the downside. So let's see, hold on, let me get some customization here. So this ticker, we went up from 5 to a buck 40, and 11, actually 1440. And then pretty much we had a consolidation. Like, this is actually the most important thing about this chart. I mean, obviously, if you are fast enough, you can buy it as soon as you see it in my Discord chat, and as soon as you see it as, being significant news. Phase three is a good news. Cancer is a good news. And prostate something is a good news, and the chart and the float was all lining up around a 21 milli float. Anyway, so I was watching it right about here, and what you want to do is, this is called a consolidation pattern. So we pop up from 5 to 14, and we have a consolidation pattern. And this was the consolidation pattern. Actually, my long here was, as you can see, that this stock broke $10, and then we came back and we held $10. So that's a psychological round number for this stock to hold $10. So in my mind, I was like, this is a great long, risking of $10, because you can see how we dipped into $10 and we came back and we had lower highs. So I wanted to buy it as soon as we break before 1120, and this is the actual alert that I had. As you can see, so KDA holding 7, slow and choppy. Okay, so now you gotta look at my alert. You can see cattle right here, slow and choppy so far. Right here, going long cattle at 11. Stop is 1065. As you can see, so over here, this was my first long here. Right about here. This is called the consolidation pattern, and after we broke that 11, I mean, we're in a slow and choppy market, to tell you the truth right now, but we had two movers and I profited from both of them. So I took the meat of the market. Even though there were, in the morning, there were a lot of pops and drops. So over here, I took it long. And after I took it long, you can see, so, we go from 5 to 14. I take it long during the consolidation pattern, and then we spike up all the way up to 13. So immediately I had a huge gain here. I didn't take any of it out, because in my mind I thought that this ticker is just gonna, this ticker is gonna be, it's gonna go up much higher. Because to me, I mean, you have phase two, you have cancer. I mean, this is something really exciting, So I didn't really want to take it out. I actually wanted to, see if it breaks 1427, and maybe we hold up a couple times, maybe we hit $20, but today was just not the case. You might wonder, why did I end up selling it at 13.5, and what made me have a huge position at $10? To me, I was very comfortable with the position at $10. At 10.50, I was very comfortable with that position, and immediately we surge up around 30%. That was amazing. That was just amazing. And I still held on, and we still came back to the support line, and we held the support line, and then we bounced back. So I held throughout this whole entire thing, because in my mind I thought it'll do $20, maybe it'll do $18. I was expecting around $18 out of it, buying it around 10, and soon enough we hit this, we made this consolidation pattern, and soon enough, we had a nice intraday breakout of 13 at the market open. So now you might wonder, this is the reason why I held throughout the whole time because I knew it was legit. I knew it was a great news. I knew it had potential. So my now you might wonder where exactly is my exit. First off, so we pushed right here, and most of the time, 9 out of 10 times, we should have went to 15, 16, 17 because this is a intraday pre-market breakout, and then we dipped back down, and I was just well, I was pretty upset, but we held the trend. I was expecting a push, so this is the actual exit that I took most of it out. My exit was around 13.5 and 14.3 just because I didn't like this price action right here. This is not a normal price action. Like I was expecting we're gonna right here, we're gonna halt up and then we go open higher, but we opened down and I just didn't like the way they picked it back up, so I just locked it all in. And good thing that I did because right here we had another rejection candle. Like when you see something like this, when you see a huge rejection candle like this, after you have an opening range breakout, because this is an opening range breakout because it broke 14 and we broke pre-market highs and then we crashed in a huge red candle. When you see something like this, you know it's done. It's just you just have a it's like asking a girl on a date. It's like, do you want to go on a date? It's like, I have a boyfriend. You break out and you have a boyfriend. It's like this is the second one. Do you wanna go out for drinks? It's like, no, I don't want to go out for drinks. I just like dinner. Another breakout. So you have to understand this is the time to bail. um this is really how I can explain it. Because I look at dating a lot. So this is when the girl tells you, I don't do I have a boyfriend and she wants to go out to dinner. You just bail. So that was the idea behind it. You bail. You get the fuck out. So I got out here, and soon enough, what I did see afterwards is that right here it made a lower high. As you can see, so here, right here, we have a high, and then a lower high. And what I was expecting it to take out this you can see, so that you have a wedge and a higher high. So I was expecting if it goes below 13, that is an area to add. So soon enough, 13 area was the add, and look at what we got after that. So at 13, so you can see my let's see if we can see my short going short right here. You can see, so today at 9:40, CADL going short at 13, and then going long LDTC. So right here, I sold CADL at 13.5, and then I went short. So I can go long and I can go short because I really studied these tickers. So you can see it's time stamped. So I can go short and I can go long. I mean, these tickers are very easy to me because I studied and watched them for so long. So we're gonna go look over here. CADL going short at 13, right here, and then going long LDTC. I'm gonna talk about it after this. So in this situation, we break below 13. I took it short, and then immediately in this candle, we just dump below VWAP. So I was like really excited about it. And right now I mean, if you look at this chart right now, since we rejected 14, what does this look like to you? This looks like a textbook short the daily resistance. This is what it looks like. There's the daily resistance, 1427, and we hit 1427 on the dot. We made a 14.6 higher high, and then we got slammed back down. So you gotta trust the price action. We hit that resistance level over here. You can see, so that this is a daily resistance right here at 1427, and we hit that level right here. And because we had such a huge rejection, you can see how huge the rejection is. Like, you have a 1 minute candle that goes below the minute candle that went towards 1427. This is now a short, and it also coincided with, what is that? That's a lower high. So now you have to watch your support line, and watch that support line breaks. It's done. It's done. It's just it's just gonna go down from here all day long. Because once it hits that daily resistance of 1427 and it doesn't hold support and it makes a lower high, it's just done. It hit the resistance. I was buying it as it hit the resistance. Then I confirmed that the resistance was the resistance, and then I went short. And then I shorted at 13 for an all day short. And you can see that we halted down, we opened, and now we're just at 10. We're at 11. And I'm still short from around a 13.23 average, right about here. This is the area that I went short. And I'm still holding on to it because I do think we're going to be possibly under 9 or under 10. I mean, I'm sure we're going to be a bit lower. And that was that. This was a really nice trade. I was actually watching. This is was very simple, as I need to distract myself. Let's see if we can. I need to distract myself most of the time because when you have huge positions, it's very hard to you get very shaky. So I was watching. It's very important to be very comfortable in the trade, and I was very comfortable with the trade, but I traded it with a bigger size than usual. As you can see, I have a big gain, and 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 shares is getting into a like a bigger size for me. But I prefer trading with a smaller size, like 1,000 or 2,000 shares. But because yesterday and the day before, I mean Monday I was flat, and yesterday I had like two losses or three, two losses or three. So I was a little bit upset, and I because it was not like I wasn't it wasn't like this easy. Yesterday was choppy and it was slow. Choppy and slow. We didn't have a big mover with clear up and clear down. We had just a bunch of chop and a lot of tickers, and I took my loss, and it just didn't plan out the way I thought it would, and I was like a little beat down, and I was like, okay, maybe gotta make the yesterday loss back, and that's really how I did it. I just saw the big opportunities, and I pedaled to the metal. And not only I traded this one right, but I had another huge gain. You can see a 23K win there, LDTC, and these are straight out of my textbook day trading setups. This pattern's called, this is a pattern I've studied. You can see, I think is one of the first Green Day bounce pattern. It's kind of like a first Green Day bounce. It's more of a daily breakout. Like if I go look at my you can see so that trades. I mean, I have a course that I'm doing, and the course has this setup um as my potential. There we go. So you can see so that let's see, and intraday, daily, intraday. I don't even know if I have this exact setup. I don't know if I have this, but this is part of my like course. Let's see if I can just look at like some of my courses. Like this is the course. Let's see, we can window it. Like this is like the course over here. And I have this is first daily bounce. You can see first red day short. You can see that I have chapters. I mean, this setup is the first green day bounce, which is right here. This is an example of a first green day bounce as it breaks the first green day, because that's a pretty good example. So first green day bounce is probably something like it breaks yesterday's high. Let's see, we can get some examples here, because window capture. No, I can't get that. So you have to look at, I have to zoom in. I have to zoom in so you can capture it. So it's a first Green Day bounce. It breaks yesterday's high. And it also coincides with a daily breakout. So this is two things, and it's also a daily breakout. I don't know if it's day two continuation. It's daily breakout. Anyway, so in this situation here was the first Green Day bounce. That means it breaks yesterday's high, which is 170. And it also broke 187. So in the morning, right at the open, I saw this setup right here. And I was like, okay, it broke yesterday's high 170, right? That's the breakout point. So I drew my breakout point 170. And then that's the first Green Day bout. It broke yesterday's high 170. That's yesterday's high. So that's the first Green Day bounce, and it also broke 187, which is also a daily breakout. So what I do is, since it moved so quickly, 130 to 195, I understood that there was a dip coming because it just moved too quickly. 130 to 195 is like 50% in like really quickly. So what I did was I waited for the dip right here. This is my long. I waited for VWAP to hold, which was 170, and we actually hit 165 there. And then I came in and I bought it at 175. And I actually alerted the chat to buy this one at 175. Let's see. There we go. So you can see my chat right here. Going long LDTC. And actually, I didn't really have any other tickers I was focused on. Today was very quiet day for me. I wasn't really like talkative because I needed to distract myself from the position. So you can see, so because I have sometimes I perform best when I'm, less agitated and be able to digest the data. I also perform well when I don't go to the gym 3 times in a row. Like, you need a lot of bandwidth to trade this. You need a lot of calmness. You need a lot of sleep. You need a lot of nature. And I was working out for like 3 days in a row, and yesterday I didn't perform well. So today I performed well. So that's why it's important. Your maximum loss per day. Keep it at like 1500 or 1000, and then once once you're able to sustain a higher max loss, increase it. So this is my alert over here for my amazing Discord chat. Let's see if I can see it right here. So LDTC, this is LDTC daily breakout. So going long LDTC 175. We LDTC out half at 253. 253 was my out. So you can see that, it was at 940 that I was going along on this baby. So 940 right around here. So you had plenty of time to get in. 940 was right here. I was actually buying over here somewhere. Right about here. I was buying on this candle here, and it actually moved to 173. So you had plenty of time to get in if you wanted to piggyback um my stuff. And after that, look at this. Like as soon as we broke, we had a higher high on the 1 minute. The thing rockets up over 210, and we hit 270 in like 5 minutes. 170, a buck 70 to 270 in like 5 minutes. I mean, today was easier. I'm glad these setups are showing up. Today was much easier than yesterday. Try not to overtrade and try to like my problems are not like because I'm not a good trader. My problem is not it's probably what everybody struggles with. It's not holding on to your maximum stop per day and then, continue to trade. You have to understand that once you hit your maximum loss per day, you have to walk because you're just not gonna be on point. you're just not gonna be on point. So this was a beautiful long 170 out of 250. That was like a 30%. Actually, I think it was like a 40% gain right there. Uh, and we hit 175, and now we're just going down the drain. We're just chopping around VWAP here. So that was beautiful. That was like the most cleanest thing I have ever seen. The easiest 5 minute money I ever seen in a long time. And CADL, that was beautiful. For a long perspective, buying it at 1050, hit 13, recognizing this is a daily resistance and then flipping short. That was just three monster trades back to back. Three monster trades back to back. And I'm, very happy. It's not gonna be easy. Trading is very difficult and very time consuming, and you have to put in the work. Like I put in the work to study these patterns for a very long time. These patterns are part of my playbook, the playbook that I have in the course that I'm developing throughout. I mean, this is textbook. I'm not doing anything different. This is a textbook setup for both CADL and LDTC. These are textbook plays. What gets me in trouble, I think, is buying stocks in the pre-market that don't have decent news. So I kind of stopped doing that. So in order to offset the losses that I buy from, my highly sensitive scanner, I just stopped buying the pre-market pops and drops. You see, this is the thing about pre-market pops and drops. In a hot market, you want to get you want to be early on the price action, right? You want to have scanners that find the stocks as quickly as possible because sometimes you can have 6 7 movers that go up 3 4 500%, and if your scanner doesn't pick them up as soon as you have, I don't know, let's call it 50,000 in volume, you're just gonna be late to the party. You can make lots of money in a hot market. But now since last week was a little bit cold and now we have two plays per day. Like last week I think I remember Thursday I had 5 plays in a day. Right now I have 2 plays a day. So because of we transition in a much slower market, I have to adapt and change my settings for my scanner to be less sensitive and be more picky. Like if you have 5 plays a day, if you have 2 plays a day, obviously your pre-market scanner needs to have a higher criteria and a higher volume requirement to be able to partake in that action because these companies in a very cold market they just release news and they let a stock go up and then they sell into the algo. That's what these companies do in a cold market. But in a hot market, the algo continues going up because people are chasing and buying even crappy news, and sometimes these companies don't even have news and they keep running. So you have to really adapt really quickly. Right now we have 2 plays per day, and that's really enough. And you have to transition very quickly and recognize that last week we had 5 plays per day, now we have 2 plays per day, and that's enough for me to make money on. All you have to do is nail them correctly and walk. And right now you can see so my CADL. See CADL. Look at CADL. CADL is now under 10. Just a beautiful short at the perfect time at 13. Now we're 10. I mean, it might look easy. Like this looks probably easy to a lot of you because I'm just explaining it after it happens and it looks very logical right now. But when you're in the middle of the price action, it seems very hard. With time, this will get easier. These were very simple patterns to me, and I bet big on them and I won big on them. That's what you want to do. You want to bet big on what you know and what you're good at and what you studied. You don't, and you want to avoid stocks you don't know. They're choppy, they're crappy, and respect your max loss. There's no shortcut to success, and you have to go through the grind. Like these were simple to me, and I bet big on them, and I won big on them. That's what you want to do. You don't want to bet big on something you don't know and you're unsure because Yesterday there were a couple that I was unsure, and you want to bet small, take your max loss, and move on. You can't sit there and just, throw the kitchen sink at it and just pray and hope, and and hope. Hope is not a strategy. This is a strategy. What I traded today. These are stocks that I had a specific strategy and they worked. Other than that, I will catch you in the next one. Make sure you join me in my Discord page. We have right now we do have what is it? A sale going on. So take advantage of my sale going on right now. It's only available for the next couple of days. Let's see, right about here. Take advantage of the sale going on. End of 2024 sale where you can get in and listen to what I have to say daily, and as well as see what stocks I'm trading daily, and understand what I'm doing and what I'm looking at and what is my bias. And this is the actual end of 2024 sale. This will be out the door in around 14 days, 12 hours. So you still have about 2 weeks, very affordable for everybody. And I'm not really asking you to chop off your arms and legs to get access to my ideas, but I'm not really gonna put out my information just out there to to not be appreciated. So you can get in the link in the description below. Other than that, that's a huge gain for me on these two tickers, and it was very difficult to size up to this size. But considering that I was a little bit frustrated yesterday, sometimes a little bit of frustration could push you forward to make one that big ass trade. One of the greatest millionaires. I don't know if it was. He works for SMB Capital. SMB Capital. The one of the top traders, SMB Capital. He said something like, you know, in his first year or two, he lost consistently on like 30 different stocks. And if he wasn't gonna be able to make like 20,000 or 15,000 or 10,000 or whatever, um, he actually lost like 20 to 30 times on different stocks, and his account was getting so small that he didn't know like what to do. So, what he said was, it's only in like the last week or last trade. If he wasn't gonna make money in his last trade, he would have been out the door. And that's coming from the best top trader on SMB Capital. The best top trader. I'm not sure what his name is. Top trader. SMB Capital. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That guy. That guy. This guy. What is this guy's name? I don't know. This guy I was listening to. This guy, the ultimate. I don't know who's who. This guy right here. Hold on. This guy right here. I don't know who this guy is, but this guy in his first year he lost like I don't know like 20 30,000. This guy he was like losing consistently, like, and then he got pissed off like really hard or something like that, and he went into the zone. And he found, like, a week before he was about to kicked off, he found his last week or his last trade, and he was about to get kicked off the team, right? And he found in his last week, he found the perfect trade in which he made all that money back, and he stayed on the team because they were about to kick him out after his first year, and he became the most successful guy in SMB Cap. I don't know how much he made. He's worth like, I don't know, is he worth like $100 million? This guy, that's the top trader, legendary 8-figure trader. This is good. Legend eight. This guy's it. This is the 8-figure trader. I don't know. He's now worth 20, 30, 40, 50 million or whatever. Make sure you watch this guy. Legendary 8-figure trader. Like, this is a normal part of life. This is like normal to lose consistently, and this guy, this is normal to lose consistently for a lot of time, and then you have one trade that, or two trades or three trades that makes all your trades back. So that's kind of like the thought process. You might need to be a little bit pissed off, and you might need to learn from the greatest. I mean, I've been here for a long time, and I'm telling you, sometimes when I get pissed off or lose the day before, I do bounce back and I do size up. But sometimes I lose even more. It takes a lot of practice to have the resources and the calmness to stay calm even after you had a red day. You have to just wipe it off your brain and just watch a podcast, watch a movie, watch video games. Like I was watching, tell you the truth, while I was doing this trade, I was watching some one of my favorite podcasts, and I was also watching Stalker 2. I like watching Stalker 2, even though I have a 4090 video card. I'm much more watching than playing it. So watch things that distract you and make you calm. Whatever you need to do. If you want to watch porn, watch porn for fun. That might be distracting. The point is, stay calm during times when a lot of tickers are moving, and you'll think very logically, and you'll think very solid, because if you put in the work, you'll think solid. You'll be able to make huge trades like this. Just forget about the P word. Watch video games and podcasts. Don't be one of those crazy addicts. Other than that, that's like my P&L. My P&L is pretty big today, and I'm actually still short on CADL from 13, because I do think it'll probably go to 9, and I'm very happy with that performance. I'm actually making some edits to my pre-market scanner so I can weed out a lot of these pops and drops. Because in the morning we had lots of pops and drops, and it's not really beneficial as a 16-year veteran to buy pops and drops. No matter how good the news is, let the chart prove to you that the stock is worth buying. Like I can't chase every single stock on an algo spike. Let it prove to me that it's gonna be worth my time. Other than that, fun time chatting with you. I've been fasting. I've been doing 16-hour fasts, so you can see like my face is getting thinner, right? Yeah, I think so. Other than that, see you all later and peace out.